What's up, boxing fans? This is TBE Boxing, back at you again. Today's topic, Jake Paul versus Turki Alalshikh. When the hungry lion meets the rooster, there is only one outcome: lion food. Let's chop it up. See what it's all about.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak.
On my life.
And he stayed at 147.
You would not stop
too long.
me. You would not stop me.
Okay.
You're crazy. What you been smoking on? Hey.
Got the money for minutes, petty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? That's like before Richard, huh? And I got the glitz, you wanna ball me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you get it.
Okay, boxing fans, talk some boxing. All right, so we're gonna talk about the clash between Jake Paul, the Rooster, and Turki Alalshikh, the Lion. But before we get to that, let's go to the videotape and check this out.
Canelo in Riyadh in May, the big fight in the history of boxing. In September, then two more fights in 26. Don't miss with the Lion.
Oh, Canelo, you puta.
And this fucking YouTuber, I just fight real fighters.
Time to expose them. So we had a signed contract to fight. Here you can see Canelo's signature and my signature to the right. Claiming he's not fighting YouTubers. Bullshit. Look at the poster. We were announcing Tuesday, February 11th. Claiming he fights real fighters, but he's fighting Crawford, a 135-pound fighter, and running from a real fighter like David Benavidez, you bitch.
Okay, so there it is. So as you can see, big controversy going on. Supposedly, Jake Paul was supposed to fight Canelo, and they was trying to make a deal, supposedly, and as you heard Jake Paul himself say, and he's claiming that the shady characters in the business. I guess he's talking about Turkey and some other people, I would think. That they didn't want to see, a big fight between Jake and Canelo happen. But, let's take a closer look at this whole story and see, what it's really all about. Because at the end of the day, as far as I know, Turkey and Crawford have been trying to make this fight with Canelo for more than a year now, right? So it looks like, from where I'm standing, it looks like, Jake Paul just kind of jumped in and tried to make a fight with Canelo, basically trying to, basically interfere in the deal that was going down between Turkey and Canelo and Crawford. Now, I would think that the way this whole thing started was the fact that, this whole thing started when Canelo came out and said he wanted to, this a couple months ago now, when he came out and said that he wanted to fight William Skull to get our belt back. And there was not, a lot of people who was like, William Skull? Who the hell is William Skull? Nobody knew who William Skull was, basically. So there was really no money for that fight. Okay? There was no money for that fight. So Canelo couldn't get PBC or anybody to pay him any money fight William Scott. So basically that fight was it's kind of in limbo, because basically it looked like Canelo had a choice. Either he could fight Crawford, okay, in a big fight, or he could try to get somebody to pay the money for him to fight William Scott. So he couldn't find anybody to fight, to pay him to fight, to pay for that fight. Basically, that's what it comes down to. So I guess Jake Paul and them, saw an opportunity there, and decided to jump in. But at the same time, while this is going on, the fight wasn't signed yet between Crawford and Canelo. They were still, in negotiations, I would think. So Jake Paul I guess he saw an opportunity and he decided to jump in there, and that's exactly what happened. So I guess Canelo not being able to get any money for the William Skull fight, decided, hey, I can get this money from Jake Paul. They offer me all this money. Maybe that's not what I want to do, but I don't want to seem like I'm not the boss, in the sense that, because at the time he didn't sign with Turkey yet, and Turkey was basically putting it out there that if Canelo was smart, he would just take the deal that Turkey was offering. But I'm thinking that Canelo's pride, and he didn't want to seem like he was boxed in and being forced to take a deal that Crawford and Turkey was offering him. So I guess he decided that, hey, let me just go ahead and try to work a deal with Jake Paul. I could, I'll get a lot of money, even though a lot of people won't like the fact that I'm fighting Jake Paul, because I've been going around saying that I don't want to fight Crawford because it's not going to do anything for my legacy. But yet, I'm going to be forced to fight Jake Paul. Definitely not going to do anything for my legacy. So, maybe, but then again, I don't want to, look like I'm not the boss. So basically, Canelo was caught between a rock and a hard place. Okay? Either he take the deal with Turkey, and his fans and some people might say, oh, Turkey forced him to take the deal, and then, or he might go in and fight with Jake Paul, and then a lot of people are going to say this is a gimmick fight, it's a joke fight. He's better if he had fought Crawford than fight Jake Paul. At the end of the day, because Crawford is a real fighter. Jake Paul is a semi-real fighter. He's not really a real boxer. You fight 60-year-old men, and literally fighting cab drivers, basketball players, and the like. So yeah, Canelo was caught between a rock and a hard place. So Jake Paul was trying to make that deal. Now from what I'm hearing, Canelo, I basically wanted to get someone to pay for this fight, because he wanted to fight in May, because he was leaning towards taking the Crawford deal. He probably already agreed to take the deal behind the scenes, but he still wanted to get that fight on in May, and he couldn't find anybody to pay for it. So when Turkey approached him again and asked him about what is he going to do, he basically told Turkey, look, I mean, I don't mind taking a deal, but I want to do a fight in May, and I don't really have anybody to pay for this fight, and so might have to go ahead and go let I would like to take a fight with Jake Paul before the big fight with Crawford. But again, Turkey didn't like that idea at all. So Turkey didn't like that idea in one bit. So he basically, I guess, told Canelo, look, man, that's a joke fight. It's a gimmick fight. If you really want to fight in May, we'll pay you for that fight as well, and we'll just make it a 4-fight deal instead of a 3-fight deal. And Canelo basically accepted that. Okay? So he wasn't forced to go ahead and fight Jake Paul in a fight that would have basically tarnished his legacy. At this point in his career, because he's still an active champion. He's not retired or anything. So fighting Jake Paul is not necessarily the best move for him at this point in his career. So basically, that's the background, in what happened, with this controversy between Turki Alalshikh and Jake Paul, and the Rooster. So now behind Jake Paul, I mean, you have some big players in this. You have Netflix and some other organizations, and behind Turkey, you have, are aligned with Turkey. You have Take the Zone, that TKO, who's trying to get into boxing, and you got some other you got Riyadh season, which is Turkish baby. So there was a lot of big, organizations and companies that were involved in this whole, confusion about this fight. So a lot of big people making big moves and making their plays. And at the end of the day, everybody made their move on the board, but it looks like the Turk, the Lion, he came out ahead of everyone else, and he was able to take home the prize, which is the 4-fight deal with Canelo. Maybe 1 or 2 of those fights is going to involve in Crawford, depending on if he wins in September. I suppose that there'll be a rematch, so they would end up fighting 2 fights, which is what I think is going to happen. So this is how everything played out. This confrontation between the Lion and the Rooster. Now, within all of this, if you get a chance, you can go ahead and look at that. Go see the full video that was put out by Turkey. It was an interview with, that was done. Carpenter, I think. And also, Jake Paul clip is a little bit longer, so you can go up to Fight Hub and check out the whole clip to see exactly what, everything that Jake Paul had said. But at the end of the day, it seems to me that Jake Paul is a bit, I don't want to say delusional, but, because Jake Paul has done a lot of things for boxing, especially women's boxing, in the sense that he brought a lot of attention and put a lot of women on his card, Amanda Serrano being one of his main, I think he signed her. So, he's done a lot for women's boxing, and plus, he's also talked a lot about, giving not just women, but men, pay, especially good pay, especially when it comes to the UFC, and so, Jake Paul has done a lot out of the boxing ring, okay? Even though he's not doing much in the ring itself. So, I don't want to say that he's delusional, but I think his ego is running away with him a little bit, talking about he's the face of boxing. You can't be the face of boxing if you're not, a real boxer per se. Not to say he doesn't fight in the ring, but to say that you're the face of boxing, you might be the face of YouTube boxing. Okay, he's the face of YouTube boxing or influencer boxing, but he's not the face of boxing specifically, real boxing. So I think he needs to tone that down. This is what Turkey was referring to. Okay, you saw Turk, after he basically pulled the rug out from under Jake Paul. He said, "Don't mess with the Lion." And I would think that's good advice to Jake Paul. Basically, stay in your lane, and don't try to come into the jungle where the Lion is king. We all saw what happened with the Rooster, Jake Paul. So that's how it all played out. Okay, the Lion and the Rooster faced off, and basically the Rooster took an L, which is what you would expect when a Lion faces off against the Rooster. He's lion food. So with that said, people, I'm going to leave it there. This is TBE Boxing saying I'm out.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak.
On my life.
And he stayed at 147.
You would not stop
too long.
me. You would not stop me.
Okay.
Crazy. What you smoking on? Hey.
Got the money for minutes, pretty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? Thug like before Richard, huh? And I got the glitzy, run up on me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you get it.